Well, Harry, difficult afternoon this afternoon. How did you see it as a player?
Yeah, it was a tough one. We couldn't really get to grips with them in the first half. I thought we looked a little bit flat, which was very unlike us. We're usually a team that play on the front foot, on the press. And today we was a little bit off it in first half. But we got in at half-time 1-0, which we weren't too sad with. The gaffer sent over a few messages to the boys, and I thought we were superb in the second half. Well, the first 20 minutes of the second half. It was a bit more like us. We was on the front foot. We got the goal, good goal. We had chances to go 2-1 up. We didn't take them, and then they've put a great ball in there, lads. Put a great ball in. It's a good goal, and then from there we just looked a little bit defeated, which is unlike us because we're so good at bouncing back. We've got such good character in the team, but it's a shame. It's a little bit unlike us today, but we did have a great spell in the second half, but it just wasn't meant to be today.
First half, you say we didn't quite on. Was that a credit to the way Bradford played as well?
I suppose you could say that. They moved the ball nicely. They've got a lot of rotation in there, but yeah, we just looked a little bit flat, which is unlike us. We wasn't really winning our personal battles, which is another thing which ain't really like us. We pride ourselves on, as I said, being on the front foot. And we just had a 45 where I feel like we had to hurry up and get in the changing room for the gaffer to send some messages across to us. And as I said, I thought we started the second half superbly, and then once they got that second goal, I just feel like it killed us a little bit.
Tremendous atmosphere when Ali Smith's goal went in, and for the next 10-15 minutes it really must have lifted the players and pushed them forward. Yeah,
definitely. And even after that, as I said, we had chances. So I thought as soon as we got that in, I thought that was us. We was on the front foot. We looked the most likely, but as I said, I've got to be honest with you. I think if their man gets a straight red, which I definitely feel as if it was high, it was reckless, it was dangerous. For me, it's a certain straight red. I've got their own players saying it to me, but we don't make excuses. We look at ourselves, we dust ourselves down. We've got a tough away game next week, and I'm sure we'll bounce back like we usually do.
And having gone 2-1 down, I mentioned to Matt, it was a bit like the air coming out of a balloon when they scored the second goal.
Yeah, as I said, it was unlike us because we've got such great character in this team. We're not used to going 1-0 down, to be honest, or 2-1 down. As I said, we're such a front foot team. We rarely go behind, but it happens. It's something we'll look at, and I'm sure we'll work on it in a week. But I think we could put it down to a bad day in the office. But as I said, that 20-minute spell in the start of the second half, that was more like us. I just felt as if that goal just took a lot out of us.
Still very much in the mix, out of our hands now. We know what we've got to do at Harrogate next week is to go and win. And in a way, is that a good thing rather than knowing that ultimately what we do comes before what any other side does?
No, if I'm being honest, we'd rather it in our hands. Let's make no bones about it. We'd rather it be in our hands, but all we can do is focus on ourselves and go to Harrogate focusing on ourselves and not worry about other teams and what their results are. We just got to do our job as professionally as we usually do. Whatever happens, it's been an unbelievable season. Full credit to the gaffer, the staff, the players. But we've come so far now. We don't want it to stop here.
It's unfortunate this is the last. This has happened on the last home game of the season, really, isn't it? Because it's just deflated things a little bit. But as you said, if somebody had said at the end back in August, Papa John's Trophy final, going into the last day of the season, still in with a chance of promotion.
Yeah, well, of course, you'd have snapped your arm off for it. You look at it going into the start of the season, we're odds on favourite getting relegated. I don't think anyone could have thought we'd have done what we did this season apart from us ourselves, because we've got so much belief in ourselves. The gaffer's got a lot of belief in us. His recruitment's been second to none since he's been at the club, so we was very confident going into the season. Here's everyone else writing us off, so we knew we had it in us. And we're talking as if the season's finished. We've still got another game to go in and get in the playoffs and make it an extra special season. So we're not doom and gloom. We got it. Don't get me wrong, but it's important that we pick ourselves up next week. We come in like we usually do, in a great, happy environment like it always is, and we go to Harrogate full of confidence.
Great. Well, we look forward to it next week, Harry. We wish you all the best.
Pleasure.
Thanks
Thank you
very
much. Cheers, chaps.